Hi everyone, this is Professor Mayungar and you are watching ERUDIRE Plus, the professional CAD/CAM solution provider. Let's get started.
Hello viewers, this is our 30th exercise and we'll be modeling this one using Autodesk Fusion 360. This is a rectangle pipe and we're having 5 different views, and from these different views it is evident that it is better to start from this front one. Initially, while making this one, we need to make this path only, and along this path we can make a pipe, right? So without wasting time, let us start our modeling using Autodesk Fusion 360. First of all, we need to create a new design, and that can be saved by the name of exercise 30, and we can save it to a specific location by the name of Fusion. Let us save it. You can see it is saved already by the name of exercise 30. Now we can start sketching on specific planes. Let us see the drawing again. For initiating the sketch, you can see it is better to start from the front plane, and we need to draw this one first, right? So the thing is, the distance from here to here is actually 30 millimeter, 20 plus 10, 30 millimeter. And again, from here at a distance of 64.4 millimeter, we need to create this line again, right? You can see initially starting with this sketch, so this distance is actually 30 millimeter, and again from here, from this bottom line, 64.4 millimeter away, and from here at a distance of 69.4 millimeter, we need to create this line. So two lines we can understand. This line is having length of 25 millimeter and this line is having length of 30 millimeter, right? So we can start sketching from here, and it will be initiated with the front plane, right? Starting with line, let us make any line at random, and again can get another line at any arbitrary position. Now we need to provide the smart dimension to this one. You can see first one, the height of this one is actually 30 millimeter, and this is having length of 25 millimeter. So smart dimension, this is 30 millimeter and this one is 25 millimeter. So smart dimension again, from here to here this is 69.4 millimeter, and again the distance from here to here is 64.4 millimeter. Let us see the drawing again. The horizontal distance from here to this one is actually 64.4 millimeter, and the vertical distance is actually 69.4 millimeter, and in between we need to provide one arc of radius 39.4 millimeter, right? So let us create an arc which will be tangent to both the lines. It will be 3-point arc. Let us provide arc from here to here, and it will be tangent to both the lines, right? It is tangent to both the lines already. Sketch is fully defined. Let us see the dimension again. It is 39.4 millimeter. It is exactly what is given in the question paper itself, right? But this radius is not required because already sketch is fully defined. You can see this is 30 millimeter, this is 25 millimeter, and the radius is 39.4 millimeter, and it is tangent to both the lines, horizontal line also vertical line, right? This is made. Our sketch is fully defined, so we can finish the sketch, and we need to provide a specific profile along this path, right? For that we are having different options. We can use the method of pipe, or we can use the method of sweep, right? Sweep actually we can provide a specific cross section area along a path. In our case actually it is a circular profile, so instead of making it sweep, you can follow the different option as pipe, right? So initially it is asking to select the path is selected. Now it is asking to select the diameter of this one. We can see the drawing again. So the actually external diameter will be 60 millimeter and inner diameter is 50 millimeter. So the thickness of this one will be actually 5 millimeter. External diameter is 60 millimeter and thickness of this one is 5 millimeter, right? We need to provide a thin pipe of circular section, and which is having external diameter of 60 millimeter, and it is a hollow pipe, and we are considering the section thickness to be 5 millimeter, and we are considering this one a knee body. Done, right? This is the object. Next to that we need to do some other operations. Let us see the drawing again. At the base of this one, we need to provide a square section of length and breadth 100 mm, and at the corners we need to provide 4 fillets of radius 10 mm, right? And this one to be extruded to a depth of 10 mm. So let us start sketching on the bottom plane. Let us select the specific surface and start sketching on that. Initially we'll make one rectangle at random, and to make it symmetric we can create some straight lines that will be considered as construction lines, right? This is one line, again this is another line. You can select these lines and hit X to make it construction line. You can put a relation that this line and this line is symmetric. Done. Again the same symmetric relation can be applied for these lines also, this one and also this one. This is symmetric. Now we can provide smart dimension to this one. Distance from here to here is 50 mm, and again the distance from here to this point is also 50 mm. Done. The sketch is fully defined. We can put some fillet also at corners. Let us see the drawing again. It will be having 4 fillets of radius 10 mm, and inside this one at a specific location we need to provide 4 holes of radius 5 mm, and the distance from here to his 10 mm. This is also 10 mm away. Now we can provide fillet of this one as 10 mm. At all the corners we can provide the same fillet of radius 10 mm. At 4 different corners we provided fillets of radius 10 mm. Now we need to put some circles. Let us point a circle at any arbitrary position, and it will be having radius of 5 mm. So diameter will be 10 mm. We need to put the circle to be specified at a perfect location. So we can put smart dimension to this one. The center of this one from here is at a distance of 10 mm, and again center of this one from here it will be at a distance of 10 mm. Location of the hole is defined. Let us select the object to be mirrored, and we can select the mirror line again. This is the mirror line, so this is made. You can select the objects by control. Let us start mirror, and we need to select the mirror line. Selected. It is made. Our sketch is fully defined. Now we can finish the sketch and that to be extruded to a specific depth, right? Let us finish it. Let us see the drawing, how much to be extruded. This one needs to be extruded to a depth of 10 mm, right? So starting with extrusion and select the specific area that to be extruded in the upward direction by a depth of 10 mm. And we are considering this one to be made up of different body. So in operation we are not joining this one. This one will be considered as a new body, right? Okay, done. Now the same thing to be done at this surface also. Let us see the drawing again. So in this case, from this surface 5 mm away we need to create a sketch of this one, right? So we need to create an offset plane from here 5 mm away, and on that plane we need to create this profile, right? You can see the distance from here to is 5 mm. Okay, so select the specific plane and construct plane offset by a distance of 5 mm in the opposite direction. Distance is 5 mm. Done. On that plane we need to create the same profile. Select the specific plane and we can start sketching on that. Let us create any arbitrary rectangle, and to make it symmetric you can put some extra lines also. Select these lines again and hit X to make it a construction line. Now we can put a relation that means it is symmetric about this axis. So select these lines and the central line, this is symmetric. Again we need to provide the same relation here. This one and this line is asymmetric. Now we need to provide smart dimension to this one, right? From here to here this one is actually 50 mm, and again from here to this one 2 mm. The same thing can be provided here also. and again the distance from here to this line is also 50 millimeter. Done. It is fully defined. Let us see the drawing again. At this surface also you can see we need to provide same thing. That means 4 fillets of radius 10 millimeter and also 4 cycles of diameter 10 millimeter to be provided at the same location, right? So we can select fillet. This one will be having a fillet of radius 10 millimeter. Same thing to be done for the other corners also. Done. And at different corners we need to provide some circles of diameter 10 millimeter or radius 5 millimeter. Let us provide this one at any arbitrary position. Smart dimension to this one. Diameter will be 10 millimeter and the distance of this one from this vertical line will be 10 millimeter again, and again the distance of this one from this horizontal line also it will be 10 millimeter. Now we need to provide a mirror of this one. Select that hole and select that mirror line. Done. Again we need to do the same operation for both the circles. Select both the circles starting with mirror and select the mirror line. Done. Right. Here we need to provide one circle also. So start creating circle. You can provide diameter of this one as 60 millimeter. Done. Sketch is fully defined. Now we can finish it and we need to extrude this one by a depth of 10 millimeter. For extrusion, let us hit Q as a shortcut and select the specific areas to be extruded, and that will be extruded in the opposite direction by a depth of 10 millimeter, and we are joining this one with the plane body. Done. You can see it. To have a better appearance, hit A and we can provide metallic appearance to this one. Let us select metal and we are considering this one to be made up of polished bronze and the base flange made up of polished brass. Close it. So you can see this is our body, right? This was a very simple model. We initiated the sketch from front plane and we started with the path, and following this path we provided a specific profile of circular cross section. After finishing this 90-degree pipe, at the bottom of this one we provided this rectangular surface with holes, and that was extruded to a depth of 10 millimeter. And finally at this surface from here 5 millimeter away we provided a plane, and on that plane again we created this square plate with 4 holes, and that was extruded to a depth of 10 millimeter. Okay, so with this one we'll conclude our 30th exercise. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again. Bye.
If you like this video, please subscribe and share, and if you have any kind of doubts, please write to me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again. Bye.